Okay, welcome race fans here to Texas. We got the Midnight Motorsports League here running tonight, 81 laps in the Chevy Silverado trucks. We're looking for a decent race here tonight. We're coming up on 9 minutes of practice left. Seeing some of the guys run around here. First off, I want to thank my cohort here, Roger, in the booth with me. Welcome, Roger.
Thanks, Shorty. It's good to be here. Looking forward to seeing these guys put these trucks out here on this track tonight.
Kind of a tricky oval, slippery corners, two being the worst of them. We've watched a lot of races here, Roger, where some of the guys have really had a lot of trouble coming off of turn 2. Most of the wrecks and entanglements that do happen are in turn 2.
Yeah, there's a couple of bumps there in turn 2 that kind of get the weight transferring around a little bit in the whichever mod you're running here tonight. It happens to be the trucks, and then you come up the little hill kind of over a bump, and that really, when the weight's transferring around and you come over that bump, it really can lighten the rear end of these trucks. And we've seen a lot of spins in practice off of turn 2. We've seen a lot of trucks get really sideways. It's just kind of the nature of this track. And then turn 4, just everything wants to push up to the wall, and guys will oversteer a little bit when the back end snaps loose because you get that push loose condition. But I think everything, all in all, these guys are pretty much had time to dial it in. A lot of them have gotten it reeled back in where they can control it. So we'll probably see some really good racing. We'll probably see a little side-by-side racing, and I would imagine we're going to see another exciting finish like we saw at California last week. Although I don't expect to see guys going backwards through the grass.
Right. Yeah, those bumps are really bad in turn 2. I went out there and turned a couple laps. Of course, I don't have a setup like these guys have got overseas with their setup. And yeah, they're pretty rough. Bumps are pretty tough.
Yeah, you can set up for it. I mean, you can set up to have it where it'll take those bumps better, but you can't eliminate the effect that it has on the truck of getting that weight transferring around. So you just kind of have to learn how to deal with it, how to hang on to it, and get it set up the best you can where it feels comfortable enough. And then just use your right foot to keep the truck underneath you.
Well, we're looking for a decent race here tonight. Hopefully we get it. Wanted to welcome all of our viewers out there tonight watching on YouTube. Hopefully they put on a good show for you guys. I have no doubt. Midnight Motorsports, one of the premier leagues in iRacing. They do always put on a good show here for us each and every week. Sunday nights, rolling in here. Let's see, it's about 9 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, coming up on it.
We got about 6 minutes of practice left here. A lot of guys out here still practicing, trying to dial in their setups. And we're going to get out of qualifying here in about 6 minutes. Roger, turn 4 there, seems to gather up a few of them too, and they go for a ride out across the grass. And if they really don't correct it well enough, they can go right into pit road, and that does bring out a caution. So that's another place that we'll watch for. But I'm really looking for probably most of the troubles to be in turn 2 as usual. Coming off of turn 2, where the car just, truck, whatever you're driving, seems to get really loose, and either you tap the outside wall and it takes you to the inside wall, or your rear end comes around to the right and it just shoots you to the inside wall.
Yeah, that's the push loose condition I was talking about. You come out of the banking and everything falls away so quickly. You start hitting for the wall out there, and everybody wants to turn a little extra wheel in it to try to avoid the wall, and it'll make the back end step out. When it does, you go across the grass. There's a big lump right there where the infield track is, and you can go for a really nice airborne ride right there if you go across that grass. You usually end up going down pit road, and that will do a couple of things. They'll give you a nice fat black flag for unsafe pit entry, and a lot of times you'll end up bringing out caution over that. So you really want to avoid that.
Absolutely. All right, a little less than 4 minutes here till they start qualifying. The Cup cars actually run here next week, Roger. Should be a good race. I think they're calling it the Duck Commander 500. So kind of look forward to watch these guys run at Texas. It is a lot of fun to see them run there.
Yeah, I may miss the broadcast for this series next week, because if I feel like it's Saturday, when I wake up Sunday morning, I am going to head out, make that 2.5 hour drive down, and pick me a couple tickets up when I get to the track and go watch the race.
Sounds like a good time and a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun with it last year, so that'll be 2 this year if we get to go to this one. So, because we were at Vegas a few weeks ago, and then I'll be at Texas. It's so close, it's easy to do, and I get to do it twice a year, so it's kind of fun.
Yep. Yeah, I kind of miss going to races. They are, everybody says you can see better on TV and everything, which is true, but there's nothing like being there. There's nothing like that smell of can 2 and oil burning and rubber smoke, and there's just nothing like it. It's like a fix to a junkie.
The first couple laps of the race are always my favorite, because that's when you really smell that fuel burning.
Oh yeah.
That's the greatest part. But yeah, no, now down there they've got the world's biggest big screen TV, and so even getting to watch replays and everything is going to be make that race a whole lot different. So you can sit in your seats and see pretty much what the people on TV at home are watching. We always get a race scanner and sit there, and I can tune it into the broadcast channel and listen to the broadcast. So it's kind of better than being at home, because I'm live at the race, but I'm getting to hear the TV broadcast. It's fun. It's a good time. Getting down to her here on 1.5 minutes.
Russell out there with an absolute amazing lap of, man, I'm telling you what, that's a great lap he put down Friday. Like you said, probably not going to show up tonight. He had some personal things to take care of, so won't be in the race. He did lay down an absolutely amazing lap. I just can't remember what the heck it was. 29.465, man, what a lap. Closing seconds here of practice, and we're going to get after qualifying. All right, let's see what kind of times these guys do turn in a lot of fast guys, and let's see what they can do now for qualifying. Who's going to sit on that pole to get this thing rolling here and be the first one on the grid? So lots of fast guys out here. Mark Russell, Sean Butler, Rick Walker's was pretty fast. Doug Lemons. So a lot of good fast guys out here. Let's see what they can do. "81 laps are turning here tonight, so hopefully they'll get this.
Should go by pretty quick.
Yeah, it should go pretty quick. Yeah.
It's a big track, a lot of speed, plenty of room to race. Guys just have to practice a little give and take in certain areas of the track, and everything will be clean and clear. We'll get through this without a lot of incident. But if guys get real aggressive and don't want to give as much as they want to take, then we'll see some cautions. But this group, I think, is actually pretty smart about that. Wow, look at that time Russell put up there. Yeah. 29.540. Woo.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the one to beat, because I know Sean Butler's fast, but see that? He come in with a 547. And I'm kind of thinking Sean might have shared that setup with him, because I had seen earlier in chat there where Sean typed, "There you go." And the next thing I know, Mark Russell comes in there and lays down a lap, bringing it in second in practice. So I'm kind of wondering maybe Sean didn't share that setup with him. Mark's definitely fast no matter where we go. He was fast last week there until them last closing laps, if you remember, at Auto Club, where he got tangled up there. And oh man, I felt bad for him because he had the truck.
Yeah, he was pretty quick.
Man, that was an amazing race. Patrick Rowland coming in with a 567. So pretty close times are them top three. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Sean Butler and Patrick Rowland are teammates, aren't they? Or
I'm not sure who's teammates with who anymore.
Yeah, I don't even know if they have teams, but I know them guys usually work together a lot on their setups and stuff. So Doug Lemon's coming in with a 681. A lot of 29s in there. This is going to be a pretty tight field for quite a while, Roger.
Seems that way.
Brandon Thomas with a 731. Perry Snelson, 695. Tony coming in with a 561 now, beating out Patrick Rowland. Wow.
Roger, please do.
10-4.
And 2. I think next week we'll do 3.
3 what?
If you call us 3, then you're out.
What is next week, Martinsville?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll consider it. I'm not sure yet.
I'd say don't change it just to make them think more.
Well, and that's what they're expecting, so I probably won't. All right, man. Thank you.
You bet, buddy.
Rick coming in with a 29.7 flat. That's a nice one. Robleski, 29.697. Yeah, man. These guys are fast.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tight. I mean, you got everybody under 30 down to 13th position here, so.
Anybody come in the last minute there that I need to refresh this? Probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, Logwood came in, Schroeder came in, Mitchell came in.
Okay, got him.
All right around qualifying.
All right.
Which officially has ended.
All right. let's get down here trackside as these guys get ready to see Mark Russell coming in on the pole. All right, Mark Russell with a 29.540 in the number 9, taking the pole position. Sean Butler going to be starting outside of him in the number 88. In second place. Okay, in third, the 87 of William Toney. Fourth, the 22 of Patrick Rowland. In fifth, the number 28 of Cale Gale. In sixth, the number 70 of Doug Lemons. In seventh, the number 12 of Perry Snelson. In eighth, David Robleski in the number 21. Rick Walker in the number 68, starting ninth. In 10th, Brandon Thomas in the 07. I wanted to say 007. In 11th, let's see. In 11th there, the number 50 of David Lancaster. In 12th, the number 45 of Roy Hall. In 13th, the number 2 of Chris Murfield. In 14th, the number 15 of Steve Google. In 15th, the number 51 of Timmy Logwood. Roger.
Kevin Mitchell will start 16th in the 27 truck. The 17th position will be the 33 of Vernon Markham. The 18th position will be Ray Schroeder in the number 42. Brent Keith will start in the 20th spot in the number 32. 44 of Jason Size Love in 21st. Nicholas Stone in the 29 will be the 23rd starter tonight. Stephen Pearson will start 24th in the 83 truck. Lanty Jarvis Jr. will start in the 25 in 25th. And Timmy McFarland will start in the 26th position in the number 7 truck.
Alright, so 26 starters. Guys did not make the field. But we're getting ready to go green flag racing here, Roger. And let's see, let's get up here to our pulse. Russell, as he brings them around.
Big field might have a few bumps and bruises early, especially with the loose conditions off of 2, but hopefully it'll all go away fast and we'll get down to good race.
Roger that.
You bet. Just waiting on that pace car to make that left-hand turn on the pit road right here. These guys wait for the green flag. Green's in the air. Russell and Sean Butler. Wow, Butler, great start on the outside. Now he can maintain that through 1 and 2. He might have to drive off. Heck, he's going to be clear before we get to 1 and 2. And caution's out already. He's got to be at the back. I see Markham ball here.
Vernon Markham going for a heck of a ride there. Looked like him and the 42 got hooked up together. So let's go back and go ahead.
I'm not really sure. I'm looking at this and I don't know that there was necessarily a complete hole there for Markham to stick his nose in, but the 42 did come down there and kind of close it up a little bit late. I think, you know, we just took the green flag. Both drivers maybe could have given a little bit right there, but it's kind of what I talked about before we started.
Yeah, looks like the 42 come right down the hill into him. Wow.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure there was really, I mean, he wasn't that close, and I'm not sure there was a big hole like that, so.
Yep.
You know, you could have waited. If you're going to be quicker than the guy, you're going to be quick the whole time, or you're not. So, kind of a one of those situations where give and take would have got both drivers out of a big mess, and and neither one wanted to give.
Well, looks like Vernon maybe has taken his car behind pit road now.
I believe the 42 is done as well. So we didn't even put officially 1 lap in the books, and we're already going to have our first restart.
Looks like the 42 may be out as well.
Yep.
Both drivers out of the race on lap 1. Wow, man, that's disheartening right there.
Yeah, that's pretty rough start to the evening. It's a quick end for sure.
80 laps short of finishing an 81 lap race.
81 laps, heck, they barely made it 200 yards.
Yeah, that's true. Sean Butler did get out ahead of Mark Russell on that restart. Boy, what a start he had.
Yeah, he just had he launched perfect.
Well, I don't want to give away everybody's secrets, but you know, I do know. I probably really shouldn't say, but I do know some drivers like to start in first gear. Those that can handle it, but it's a quick shift to second. And other guys like to start in second gear just to be kind of like on the safe side, so you don't spin your tires. This kind of being one of them tracks that it's kind of tough right there because you're in a quad oval, and if you're not real careful on that start and you do start in first gear, you can spin the tire and you can wind up taking out the whole front part of the field. So it takes a lot of practice to get that down pat. So Sean Butler leading the first lap here, actually the first 3 laps now. Last 2 have been under caution.
Well, hopefully that will get everybody's attention, that it'll happen quick like that, and we can move on and we can get some green flag under our belt.
42 there. I don't know, changing lanes that early in a race. I'm not trying to call anybody out, but that's kind of shouldn't change lanes. I don't think, at least for that first lap. You get that first lap under your belt, and then start racing each other. You need to start thinking about racing that track for at least the first half of the race. And then worry about the second half, worrying about racing each other,
Yeah, you got to get through lap 1 to get to lap 81. Like I said in the deal, either one of those drivers could have given a little. Martin could have backed out of the throttle, or Schroeder could have not chopped his horn. But I don't know. It's too late now, and hindsight's always 20/20.
There you go. Sean Butler here, just calm, cool, and collective driving today. Inside here, we're watching from the cockpit view, watching him drive around this track. As we're getting ready to go back green flag here in just a minute. Pace car ducks off. Sean brings him to the line. A green flag is out. Everybody getting back up to speed now. Sean gets a great restart. 87 of William Toney now up there on the inside of Mark Russell. High side's not where you want to be on this track.
There's not a ton of grip up there. You can survive turn 1 sometimes, but I think it's just some of these setups are you gotta be real gentle getting around you. Patrick rolling way wide.
Now the 28 right there on the inside. Cale Gale of Mark Russell. And it looks like he is going to take that position away from Mark Russell as well. So Mark going back to 4th already. But we're not going to count him out because he's a late race getter. And I'm telling you, I ain't going to count him out.
One Lemon's looking inside of him right there. Boy, I'll tell you what, he got really loose.
Trying to hang on. Doug Lemon's on the inside. Boy, I'll tell you, if he can get that truck back down to the low side right here, maybe he might be able to keep that position.
Rick Walker way outside, 1 and 2, and he hit the wall coming off of turn 2 there. He's going to lose spots all the way back to about 10.
He got a little bit of damage on that too.
Yeah, that right front fender's crushed in. It's going to make that truck real tight real quick. Oh, William Tony's got in the wall, and he is way off the pace now. Whole right side of his truck is mashed up. I think he caught that coming off turn 4 right there. Going back. About to be in a 3-ride spot. Oh, Patrick Rowland hits the wall off of turn 2.
Everybody
We're finding trucks all over the place catching the wall.
No kidding me. This is just bad.
It's getting rough early, and Rowland's got a little damage right behind her right rear tire, but I don't know how much that's going to kill him. Walker's fender's crushed. And William Tony, he's got damage all down the right side from the nose back, but the nose is still clean, so that may actually help him more than it hurts him.
Rick Walker's still doing all right.
Patrick Rowland into the inside wall, down the back of the truck. That truck is destroyed.
Man.
He just got real loose, late exit, and could not gather it back up. He tried. Oh, man, did he hit the wall a ton right there.
No resets either, huh?
No resets.
Let's go back and
He'll
watch
be taking that.
Watch him coming out of turn 2 here, trying to hang on to this. Caught the apron a little bit right there in 1. Right there, he just got really loose. Oh man, he flat spotted that. Oh man. Trying to get that thing back under control, but he's on pit road now. And that thing fixed up.
5th place just changed hands. Robleski just passed Cale Gale and took over the 5th spot. Brandon Thomas got by William Tony. From 8th to about 15th, there is a big pack of trucks racing each other back there.
Brandon Thomas now up to 7th. Cale Gale 6th. Robleski in 5th. Barry Snelson in 4th. And look who we've got chasing down Sean Butler and maybe trying to go for the lead here.
Yeah, he's really got good bite through 3 and 4, and he's going to go right by him. Snelson's going to pass Lemon.
Going into turn 1, Mark Russell, our brand new leader up front, taking over the lead on lap 14. Patrick Rowland's still on pit road trying to get damage fixed up, but boy, I don't know. A lot of damage.
And damage is starting to affect Walker's truck. He's starting to slide back through this field. He's about to be under fire from Pearson for about 10th position here.
Working over that back bumper relentlessly. Steve Pearson, another strong runner here tonight. Don't count him out because he will be there. Already up to the 10th spot now. Started 9th, but back up to 10th. He kind of fell fell back there a little bit. I think he might have been checking up for some of them guys that were getting a little bit squirrely up there.
Pearson started 24th.
Stephen Pearson?
Yeah, Stephen Pearson.
26th. Yeah, 26th.
Yeah, he started at 20.
Okay, alright. My bad. I'm sorry. That was on the wrong driver.
That's okay. I just wanted to make sure we got that right. He didn't start 9th.
Yeah. Kevin Mitchell, now looks like Brandon Thomas. Okay, Brandon got passed up by Kevin Mitchell.
Yeah, Brandon let him go. He's just kind of riding right there, I think.
Lancaster up to 7th. Kind of a little bit of a distance between him and the leader, 3.6 seconds. Gale riding right now, 18, on lap 18. Started 5th, running in 6th. Definitely one we will keep an eye on here tonight. Doug Lemon's another one. See him starting to already gained 1 position since the green flag.
Yeah, William Tony was challenging, the front guys there a little earlier in this run. We went on this restart. He's already back to 16th position. That truck has got a bunch of damage.
Lesky running in 4th. Perry Snelson, big gainer for Perry here, started 7th and he's up to 3rd now. So Perry on a roll trying to reel them front guys in. I look for him. He was really fast in practice. So I'm looking for him to maybe reel them guys in and make it a 3-truck battle up front. Lesky reeled them in and may make it a 4-truck race.
Yeah, I kind of expect. He was really making long runs in practice, and it looked like his times were really consistent. So I kind of expect that 21 truck to be up here in the front in a little while, challenging for this lead if this thing stays green. And the spread out as we're getting, it looks like we are going to go green for quite a while unless someone makes a mistake.
Bite coming off the turns now, but I think every time they do come off of turn 2, they keep that in the back of their mind just how loose that turn 2 can be. So see everybody pretty much pushing it right to the limit. Looking back from Mark Russell on Sean Butler. Backed off that bumper just a little bit. Might have been making Mark just a little bit loose being so close.
Roland's got his truck back out on the track. He's 9 laps down, but he is out there making laps.
Very good, very good.
We'll try to hold on and not finish worse than 22nd tonight.
Let's see if we can find Patrick. Yes, he's turning some pretty good laps right now.
So much damage on that truck still, but it's actually looks like it's pretty drivable.
I must have had somebody else sneak in at the last minute too, because I'm showing him 22nd on here, but on my driver's list he's 21st. So somebody else snuck in even after running started. They come in. Wow. I don't know who it was, but. But anyhow, Patrick is running 21st, not 22nd. But yeah, he is 10 laps down behind the leader. So, but good. I'm glad he's back out there anyhow. Lanty Jarvis. I'll get that out. Lanty Jarvis. That's a name I got to get used to, Roger. Started 27th, and here he is running 20th actually. Timmy McFarland, come back here in the 19th position.
Oh, Cornholio.
Nicholas Stone. Jason Size Love, 18th. Brent Keith in 17th. William Tony in 16th. Falling back, man, all the way from 3rd. He does have a lot of damage on that Cat Chevrolet. He's hit the wall a pretty good lick there on that right front.
Yeah, it looks like the guy in front of him hit the wall a lick at some point. Little haul.
Maybe tapped the wall with the right rear just a little bit, kind of knocked that spoiler out of whack. And that's pretty important for downforce here at this track. Rick Walker now falling all the way back to the 14th position. Dogwood has picked up a couple positions, now running in 13th. Chris Murfield in 12th. These guys, good battle going on here for, looks like 11th, 12th, and 13th. Steve Google now up to 11th, but he getting challenged on the inside by Chris Murfield, and Chris Murfield is going to get by him. Steve Google goes way up the hill and lets him by. And he also gets... Yeah. Logwood getting by him. Wow, great job.
I think Logwood's trying to challenge Murfield, but just hasn't gotten himself in a position where he can get to run at the right time. So he's had to follow, because he's been right on his bumper for a while.
Brandon Thomas in 10th.
Lancaster just lost the 8th position to Pearson about a lap and a half ago.
Looks like Patrick Rowland had decided to take that thing behind pit road. Stephen Pearson up to 8th. He's having quite a day. He's starting 26th. And here he is running an 8th. So what a game he is. See here.
3rd place under fire. Woleski takes it away, and he is in the mix now. He's caught up to both Snelson and Butler, and if he can get to Butler and get around him, I think he may have something to go up there and challenge Mark Russell. Yeah. He's steadily walked these guys down by himself.
Definitely got a long race setup under that thing. The longer he runs, the faster he gets. And maybe some of these other guys didn't set their trucks up that way. Now he's on the inside of Sean Butler. They're going for the 2nd place. They're going into turn 1. He's got Sean Butler for 2nd. Great job. Sean got a little bit of damage on the nose of that truck.
That's looking like he hit the wall with the right side a little bit.
He sure did.
This place will jump out and bite you real quick. I mean, it's just the nature of this track. There's several places they can get you. Turn 2, turn 4 especially. Well, now let's see if Woleski can go get Russell. I mean, as well as he's been walking them all down, he closed it up quite a bit. I mean, he's under half a second, and at one point he was a second and a half back of these guys. So
he's definitely picked up a lot of time. He was a little loose in the turn that time, but managed to save it. And it cost him just a little bit, maybe half a tenth. It looks to me like he might be just a little faster in 1 and 2 than Mark Russell is, but Mark Russell's a little bit faster in 3 and 4. Laps about to be in the books here out of 81, so boy, they're clicking them down. One caution there on lap 1, and we've been green ever since, so great race going on right now. Guys all spread out around the whole track.
Brandon Thomas has moved up to the 9th place. He just passed David Lancaster. Take that spot over. He's looking at Cale Gale, who's steadily working his way back. He has right side damage on his truck, as Pearson has moved past Gale into the 7th position. We're so spread out, and this just looks like it's going to be through green flag stops, because it's going to be about somewhere between 48 and 52.
Looking ahead here for Kevin Mitchell, as he's trying to work over Doug Lemons here, and that would be 4th position for 5th. Starting to catch him in the draft a little bit and reeling him in, so probably going to see a challenge here for the 5th spot. Maybe in another lap or 2.
We're seeing one for 3rd right now. Snelson has Butler. Damage on Butler's truck showing up. He's starting to go backwards. Robleski's inching in. He's there. He's less than 4/10 of a second back now. He is slowly working towards the bumper of that 9 truck.
Yeah, I think Mark Russell might be doing a little bit of mirror driving here pretty quick to do whatever he's got to do to keep that keep Robleski off of his tail.
I think it's early enough in the race. He probably isn't going to worry about it. He's going to need to throw a change or 2 at it when he hits pit road here in about, I'm going to say 10 to 12 laps. And other than that, I mean, it's just going to be a quick run to the end. We're probably going to see 2-tire stops if that's what it is. But I feel like they're going to steal green. I mean, 25, 30 laps to get to the end of this race. I'm 2 tires and just enough fuel to get there.
Roger, what's going on with Cale Gale? He's fallen back to the 10th place now.
He got a little right side damage. I don't know when he got it. I wasn't paying attention to him every lap, and ever since probably about the last 15 laps, I've watched him give up about 4 spots, and that put him back to 10th. But before that, I mean, he made a serious challenge of staying in the top 5. Now he's just steadily working his way, just like Walker did, just like William Toney did. They got a little damage and worked their way to the back. So I think the damage is huge here. I mean, I know you got to have a clean truck to be fast here and keep it down for us, but as old as the tires are, it's really showing up when you put just a little dent in the truck. About the only guy who's been able to get by with it has been Doug Lemons, because he's had damage for a long time, and his truck has really stayed quick. He stayed in the top 6 trucks the whole race.
Well, are we going to see pit stops? Because
we're seeing one now. McFarland, and he is hot getting into pit road.
He's got a lot of damage.
Hot getting out of here.
And it looked like Cale Gale was coming down pit road as well.
Yep, sure is. McFarland, I guarantee, I thought they might take that to the back, because he got in there at about 90 miles an hour, and there's no chance he didn't get excessive speed. And I know that's a 23-second hold, so I know that because I've been guilty of it.
Cale on pit road, right side tires going on, left side tires going on, topping off the fuel tank. Total damage fixed up on that.
We're midway, and Robleski's right on Mark Russell. He was going into turn 3, and he's backed off just a little. But we are right at the midway point, so we're going to probably see some guys maybe stop. I would have run it down until it was empty and be able to take 2 tires and a light load of fuel, but some of these guys may start stopping now. I mean, we're seeing 1 or 2. Butler's gotten back by Snelson again.
He goes back into the 3rd spot now. Let's go up here check with Sean. Back in 3rd, but he's back to 1.6 seconds behind the leaders, so I'm sure he's probably going to welcome them new tires as well whenever they do decide to come down pit road.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd like to have a caution. Doug Lemon's under fire from Stephen Pearson to finally run him down. It's going to move into the 6th position. And Brandon Thomas is right behind that. He is closing in on this battle.
Yeah, he's up to 8.
David Lancaster just slightly in behind them. All these guys setting up, getting ready for pit stops. And we're going to see those pit stops with inside the next 10 laps. As Greg Keith is on pit road right now. See if he takes 4. I know he's taking right sides. He's got a little bit of damage on the right side of that truck. It's not too bad though.
And left side going on.
And away he goes.
He ain't hanging around to get any damage fixed up.
Nope.
He is down and away, and he's done with his pit stops for the day. Sean Butler's still trying to pull away from Perry Snelson. Let's get up here to these leaders, because Robleski's been working feverishly to try to get by Mark Russell, but boy, he just not right now. He's just not going to be able to do it. Do you think we'll see these guys?
Lemon's on pit road.
Anybody trying a 2-tire change here today, Roger, to maybe track position?
Well, I think we might. I mean, if they can run it to about lap 50, I mean, it's only 31 laps. Yeah, you can get by with that. I mean, the left side tires don't wear a whole lot here. And Lemons is sitting here getting some damage fixed, and I think that the Kale Gale machine has been taken behind the wall. He must have just had way too much damage.
Yep. Yeah, I see that now.
David Lancaster is now on pit road.
Timmy McFarland taking his behind pit road as well.
So the attrition's starting to show. Lancaster, 2 tires.
2 tire change, right sides only.
Going to come out right by the 70 who was on pit road for a very long time. Going to be a couple 3 laps down maybe by the time we get out of this.
All right, Robleski looking on the inside of Mark Russell for the lead. Wants to get up here and lead a lap. Let's see if he's got enough to get by him on that low line. The low line's actually a good line to run, and boy, I'll tell you what, he got a great run off of 2
Russell had to just jump way out of the throttle because he was going to kill the wall if he didn't. We might see him head for pit road now that he's lost the lead.
Yes,
and yes, he does.
He is coming on pit road.
Yeah, no better time. Snelson's going to come in behind him, and no better time to jump off. As soon as you lose the lead there, and no better time to get on pit road is, let that other guy out there for a lap or 2 on them older tires. Maybe you get in, get out, and make up, a couple tenths and be back in front of him afterwards. I did see another truck on pit road. Rick Walker.
Yeah,
he was
Rick
taking
Walker.
right sides only, I think.
Perry Snelson on pit road.
Steve Google is leaving pit road.
Yep, Steve Google.
Snelson with right side tires only. Mark Russell's going to take 4. Wow, let's see what Robleski's going to do when he comes in.
Nicholas Stone on pit road. Right side's going on. He's doing a 4 tire change.
We'll see plenty of strategies here. It's just, it's the guy that's got a good long run setup that saved his tires. That's going to be the guy that can afford to take 2 and maybe snatch this win.
William Toney with a 4 tire change. Sean Butler with a 2 tire change, and he's away.
He still came out behind a couple of trucks there.
That's going to put him back into 7th as he gets that thing back up to speed.
Well, that was a dangerous move right there to jump on the track with those cars coming at speed like that on him.
I didn't think they were allowed to do that, but I don't know. It was a pretty dangerous move. All right, that puts him back to the 6th position. Excuse me, 6th position. Back up front here, let's get Kevin Mitchell.
Robleski's on pit road. Your leader's on pit road. He's coming in his pits. I'm telling you, he's got to take 2 here. He's got a great truck. He doesn't need to waste time. And he's away.
Yep. 2 tire change.
That's a quick stop. 6-7 seconds.
Kevin Mitchell, our leader, coming down pit road. Led that 1 lap. Who else is that on pit road there coming down? The 25 of, the other new guy there. Lanty Jarvis coming down pit road. Stops in his pit stall. Kevin Mitchell, he's putting right side on. Looks like a 4 tire change for Lanty. Kevin Mitchell, right side tires going on.
83 truck headed for pit road.
Yes, sir. Stephen Pearson.
New leader, 707 truck. Brandon Thomas going to pick up his point for leading the lap.
Let's see what Stephen does as he's on pit road now. These are their last pit stops for the day. Right side's going on Stephen. 4 tire change.
Brandon Thomas went deep into turn 3. And let that lap truck of Perry Snelson back around him.
Sean Butler back behind Brandon Thomas, 27 seconds behind Brandon. Robleski not far behind Sean Butler. Both of them guys only took 2 tires.
Leaders headed for pit road right now.
Brandon on pit road.
Lap 55.
I can't see who that other truck is behind him. He's one that I don't have on my list.
What's that? Behind who?
Right behind Brandon Thomas on pit road right now.
Oh, let me look.
Both taking 2 tires.
That's Timmy Logwood.
I don't have
Yeah, that was Timmy Logwood.
He's the one that I did not have on my list for some reason. I don't know. Anyhow, Sean Butler is going to be scored as our new leader now. Mark Russell's led 34 laps out here today. Sean's only led 14. We've got a lot of leaders. Let's take a look here. 6 lead changes, only 1 caution so far. Here we are on lap 57. Robleski now reeling in Sean Butler, and I'm telling you what, that's going to be a heck of a battle to see if Sean can hold Robleski off. Robleski is only a half a second behind him.
Yeah, and he's closing a little every lap.
Now down to 0.4 of a second behind Sean Butler. Sean knows he's coming. And probably if he gets to him, I don't think there's anything Sean can do to hold him off. Robleski is just on a wire here today. I think he's got a rope tied to the middle of the track, and he's just hanging on to it out the window. You ever heard of that term before?
Yeah.
That's an old school one. That'd be cool if you could do that. Just hang on to it.
Robleski's getting great runs from the center 3 and 4 out. He's closing on everybody right there. He's closed right up on Butler now. This is just a matter of time.
Sean knows he's there. He knows that there really isn't anything Sean's going to be able to do with him. Now Robleski looks to the inside of Butler, and this is for the lead. 21 laps to go, and they cross the line. Sean just ducks it in behind him and lets him go. It's all he can do, because no sense in trying to block him or anything. It's just way too dangerous to try to block somebody that's that fast. You know, Robleski's just... he's just on a rail today. Let's go back to 3rd place. Perry Snelson back here 2.8 seconds back of the leader. Mark Russell right there in 4th. I believe he's going to probably try to get up there and battle with Snelson before this is over, but they are 20 to go right now. It's been a pretty doggone good race there, Roger.
Yeah, it's been a great race to watch.
One caution, man, that's amazing.
Yeah, and had that not happened, we may have been caution 3 for this whole race.
Yeah.
I'm back here watching your 6th-base driver, Brandon Thomas. He's second your points here. He's actually doing a fine job. He worked his way up here from 10th to run 6th. Now he 2 tires on his pit stop, and the truck's hanging on really good. Several, you know, we've only got 10 trucks on the lead lap. Several guys a lap down. A bunch of guys a lap down. Stephen Pearson, Timmy Logwood, David Lancaster, and Chris Murfield are our last cars on the lead lap. Murfield running 10th, 23 seconds off the lead.
And Timmy Logwood in 8th. David Lancaster ninth, and Chris Murfield. He's a newcomer, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't remember the name before, but it looks like a pretty competent driver. It looks like he can hang with these guys, so looks like a good addition to their league. Up front, Robleski's worked himself out to around 0.6 of a second here.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's got anything for Robleski today.
It looks like the battle here right now is going to be for third between Snelson and Russell, and they're just fighting for third place.
Mark Russell starting to work over the back bumper here, closing up on it. Snelson probably starting to get a little bit worried.
Well, Snelson took 2 and Russell took 4, and those two come out together. So, and when I say that, I mean Snelson jumped around him and got in front and stayed in front, but now the 2-tire, 4-tire thing's starting to pay off for Russell, but he just lost so much time to the 2 up front. I don't believe he has enough time to get there and close this up. I mean, we're down to 15 to go this time.
Yeah, he's just got too much of a disadvantage here to try to close up on them. But he can probably pull out a third place here if he can get up to Snelson and get by Snelson. Boy, Snelson's pretty strong up there with 2 tires.
Mitchell's sitting here riding around in 5th place. Now, good run for him. He hasn't had a whole lot of luck the last 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, and he almost runs out of luck there. Boy, Hall got crazy loose in front of him. Wow.
He checked up hard right there to avoid missing him, didn't he?
That was a great bit of driving by both drivers. Mitchell for missing him and Hall for keeping it in one spot.
Kevin's got just a little bit of damage on the right front of that truck. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. I don't think he got it from that because they didn't make any contact. They were so close, but they didn't think they made any.
Yeah, I think he got that earlier in the run. Now, that brings Brandon Thomas up there to him. So the battle for 5th could heat up here before we get to the end of this thing if Thomas can keep running him down.
Brandon having a pretty good day here today.
Having a great day. He's been real steady, just kind of keeping it in there. And that's just his style of racing. And he'll be there at the end. The top 5 for him is a good run tonight. Robleski over a second. Man, that truck's great on 2 or 4 tire.
Yeah. Mark Russell just not being able to get up here and battle with Barry Snelson. Across the line there with 12 laps to go. Sean Butler in second here, pretty much in clean air because he's 1.1 seconds behind Robleski, and it looks like he's just going to settle into and take a second place here today. We'll give Robleski a little bit of camera time here because boy, he's deserved it.
Yeah, he's done a good job of driving up through there. I mean, he started 8th. So it's a really good drive to come up there and get that lead away and keep it.
Yeah, sure thing.
He did do that. Been kind of keeping an eye back here on Mitchell and Thomas is inching up on him. He's getting there. He doesn't run out of laps, so you might be able to get to him.
Looking back to Sean Butler. Sean back there about 1.4 seconds now behind Robleski and falling. So Robleski just keeping the hammer down, wanting to secure that that top position. Doesn't even want to let Sean get close to him to challenge him.
I wouldn't either.
No. Sean, pretty
5th place
fast.
just changed hands. Put the 7 truck of Brandon Thomas up to 5th and Kevin Mitchell in 27 back to 6th. And unless something crazy happens in the next few laps, your top 5 have pretty much been set.
And Mark Russell in 4th, but Mark is starting to close in on Perry Snelson now. And they do have enough laps. He could catch him and get by him for that 3rd position.
Yeah, should have 8 to go this time.
What did I say?
You didn't. I just was throwing that out there.
But yeah, he does have enough time, I believe, to get by Snelson. But, well, let me put it this way. He's got enough time to get to Snelson, but getting by him could be a whole other thing.
And I'm surprised he has 4 tires. I'm surprised that's not helping him more, because they stopped on the same lap, and Snelson only took 2. So maybe the wrong change, or maybe his truck just fell really bad. I don't see damage.
Well, they both got loose coming off the tube that time at the same time. So they're both pushing these things all they've got right now.
Yeah, Robleski's just on a Sunday drive right now. I mean, he's cruising for this win. That's a great drive for him.
Alright, Sean Butler now 1.6 seconds behind their leader, David Robleski, and he is showing the way here. Right now, David's led 19 laps, still not the most laps, and he won't get the most laps. The most will be by Mark Russell.
And Russell's closed up to within about 2 truck lengths. And he's probably going to go by Snelson. Yeah, he's going to go by him right here in turn 3. Snelson just let him go. Decided that, you know, top 5's a top 5, and I don't want to get wrecked trying to hold you off.
That's right. Good smart move.
Blinked by the 9 truck right there.
Yeah, he did. And he just went right off of my screen there for a split second.
We're coming down to 4 to go here.
Yes, sir. This time by.
Oh.
Mark Russell 3.7 seconds behind their leader. Not enough time, I don't think, to get to Sean Butler, unless Sean really makes a major mistake. I think Sean's pretty much got second sewed up, and Mark Russell, if he don't make a mistake, has got third sewed up.
I don't think 1.6 seconds in 4 laps. I don't think he's going to do that. So.
Yeah, and this is going to look real quick here. 1.3 seconds back to Mark Russell from Sean Butler. But Mark is closing, but I don't think there's enough time. Oh, Sean Butler coming down pit road.
He didn't take enough fuel. Wow, that's going to shake things up a little bit.
Oh, that hurt.
Wow, he shorted himself a gallon of fuel.
Oh, Sean. We need to have a talk with that boy afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, Sean.
We're going to have to take him over to the other team speak and have a little chit-chat about him and the fuel man not getting along.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he just needed about maybe 3 gallons of fuel max there. Wow. That's going to drop him to 10th.
Yeah. He's coming off
running
road
second,
9th.
going to end up 10th.
He's coming off 9th right now, but yeah, I'll have to see when they come around.
He'll win a lap down.
Yeah. Man, bummer. Now let's get up here to our leader, because we're getting ready to bring this thing to a close. He's going to take the white flag this time, Roger.
He's had a heck of a drive tonight, and he told me before the race he expected to run at the front, but I didn't know he meant he expected to win the race.
All right, 2 more turns coming out of 3 and 4. David Robleski going to bring it home here today, going to lead 25 laps, not enough to get the most lap, but he led the most important one. David Robleski, our winner here today at Texas. Great job.
Led the lap that pays the money.
That's right. The money lap is the one that counts.
And I think Kevin Mitchell just ran out of fuel going on a backstretch.
Man, I'm telling you what a great race. 1 caution in this race today. That was just amazing. Amazing race. David around here by the checkered, or by the start finish line, and maybe we'll get to see him do a burnout here or something.
Snelson run out of gas?
All these guys really pushing the envelope with that.
Wow, 1 extra gallon of fuel. Wow. Yeah, Snelson run out of gas on the last lap.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Brandon Thomas ended up third.
Jeez. All right.
Well, Rudy, Mr. Robleski is present and accounted for.
All right, David Robleski. This is Rudy in the booth. You got a copy?
Got you, Rudy. Roger.
What a finish, brother. Where did you get all that extra horsepower? Congratulations on your win today, buddy. Tell us about your racing.
Oh, thank you very much. After that first caution, I'm just glad it went green the rest of the way. I knew I had a real good truck. And, man, she was fast. And she just put down laps after lap. It was great.
Well, it looked like a lot of fun out there. You got by Sean Butler and never looked back. Mark Russell, tough contender out there today, just didn't have enough to get by you get up to you to race you. And I think if he could have got up there, he might have been a little bit of a challenge for you. But you rode back there for the first half of the race, kind of biding your time, picking up a few spots here and there, and you got up there behind Mark Russell and just kind of hung right in there in second place until the pit stops, and got up there in the lead and never looked back. So great job out there today, David. Man, that was just an awesome race, to watch. And I'm sure you probably want to thank a bunch of people here. You had a great setup today. How was the wind and the turn coming off of turn 2?
She rode great right through 1 and 2. I just had to lift a little bit, but she was planted. Going into 3, I had to point her in, lift completely off, and then just start rolling back on the throttle once I got it down around the white line. And as long as I was able to do that, I was hitting 3 and 4. The main thing was keep it off the wall. I ran 7 races here during the week, Texas week, finished in the top 5 in all of them. And actually ran up front with some real good guys. And you tap that wall, you lose 0.3 of a second. And so, yeah, catch Mark, it took a lot of effort. It took a while to get around Doug Lemons and for 4th place. And I didn't know if I was going to catch Perry. He sucked up behind both Sean and Mark. And I was sitting half a second back, just hoping I could get their draft and pull up there. And eventually I did.
Wow. Great race out there, David. And again, congratulations on your win here today. Well deserved. You definitely were the class of the field out there, coming from back in the field, and great finish. My hat's off to you, brother. And you got anybody you want to give a thank you out to?
I want to thank you guys for putting on a good show there, and I want to thank the rest of the racers for running clean.
All right, David. Thanks for talking with us, buddy. And again, congratulations on your win here at Texas today.
Thank you very much.
All right, Roger, you caught up with 2nd place there, Mark Russell.
Yeah, Mark, how's it going, buddy?
Good, Roger.
Heck of a run in it, man. You started off at the front. You lost the lead on that first lap, but I know you, no doubts you could get it back, and you got back out to the front and just kind of drove away. At what point did you know Robleski was coming, and whether he was going to end up being a factor in this or not?
Pretty much last week running the regular series, boy, he was stout there, and I knew he was going to be stout tonight. I got the truck a little bit better, but still after about 30 laps, she'd get a little bit tight coming out of 4 there, and I'd have to watch it, Well,
man, you still had a great run. I was kind of wondering if your 4-tire strategy on your pit stop was going to hurt you. And it looked like you were mired back there in about 5th, and you really didn't start coming forward till about 10 to go. And you were so far behind that I didn't feel like you had a chance to catch up. What caused you to take 4 tires there?
Whenever I practiced it this week, it was doing I did 40 laps, and I was coming out with like a 9-second pit stop, and I thought, well, I might as well get 4 tires and fill it up with fuel. but we didn't really go we only had like 30 laps there whenever we pitted, so they all took the less fuel and tires.
We did see several run out there within the last 2 or 3 laps. Sean Butler dropped and ran out of fuel with about 3 to go, and Snelson, I think, ran out on the last lap going into turn 1 there. He ends up giving up even a shot at 3rd place, but how close were you on fuel?
I had plenty of fuel.
So you filled up on your pit stop since you took
Yeah,
I
I filled up, got 4 tires, and I was ready if we had another caution, you know.
Well, man, you had a great run. Congratulations on your 2nd place finish. You got anybody that you need to give thank yous to tonight on the air?
Yeah, man, I'd like to thank all my friends and family out there that sit through these things for me, you know. And everybody at Midnight Motorsports, they do a real good league here, and you guys do a great show. I'd like to thank you guys, too.
Oh, we appreciate it. Congratulations again, and we can't wait to see you guys at Martinsville next week. Rudy, do you have Brandon Thomas with us?
Sure do. Brandon, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Brandon, did you think you was going to come home 3rd? Looked like Perry Snelson ran out of fuel on that last lap, and you got by him. Was 3rd place in your venue tonight, or did you think you just barely had a top 5?
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know what I had. I didn't run any races last week as I was out of town. Tonight I unloaded my Las Vegas truck and Las Vegas setup and went at it. So it was kind of a learning experience as I went. I took 2 tires on the last pit stop, just hoping to get a little bit closer. Never practiced it, didn't know what it would feel like. I guess I took just enough fuel. I had like 5 more laps that I could have went. So at the end, when everybody started dropping, it was a pleasant surprise.
Well, great run tonight, and way to bring it home 3rd, Brandon. Congratulations to you on that. Anything else that you wanted to talk about, what happened in the race here that you kind of want to bring to the viewers' light here that they may not have seen or we may not have seen? How was the racing?
Around me, it was really good. We only had that 1 caution and went green from there. Everybody gave room. I didn't have any issues. We had a couple spin down and hit the inside wall and on their own tear up the truck, but I didn't have any issues personally with the racing.
Very good, very good. Well, all right. Well, again, congratulations there, Brandon. And you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Raw Power Motorsports and give a shout out to David for winning that race. I know he's happy. And also Stephen Pearson on his good run. I think he finished 4th.
Yes, he did. Yeah, it was a great run for you guys tonight. But all right, well, thanks for talking with us there, Brandon, and again, congratulations on 3rd place.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Roger, let's run over some stats here real quick. Sean Butler leading 17 laps. We had quite a few leaders out there. Stephen Pearson led a lap. Kevin Mitchell led a lap. Brandon Thomas led 3 laps. Mark Russell, I believe, led the most laps with 34 laps. David Robleski led 25, and the most important one, the last one. So great run by them guys out there. And let's run down through the results here real quick, and we'll get the heck out of here. All right, Robleski, our winner. Mark Russell, 2nd. Brandon Thomas in 3rd. Stephen Pearson, 4th. Timmy Logwood in 5th. Kevin Mitchell, 6th. Running out of fuel there, but he still brought it home 6th. Man, great finish. Chris Merlin, newcomer, in 7th. David Lancaster, 8th. Perry Snelson running out of fuel and finishing 9th. Sean Butler had to stop with a couple laps to go. Was about a gallon short on fuel, coming home 10th. Roger?
Jason Size Love finished 11th. The 12th place finisher tonight, Rick Walker. Nicholas Stone finished in 13th. Doug Lemons 14th. Roy Hall 15th. Landy Jarvis Jr. finished in the 16th spot. 17th spot went to Brent Keith. William Tony in 18th. 19th was Steve Google. And the 20th position was Cale Gale.
All right. Timmy McFarland finishing 21st. Patrick Rowland hitting their wall there, coming off a turn 2 and going there, getting loose off a turn 2 and hitting the inside wall a ton, getting taken out of the race, finishing 22nd. Ray Schroeder 23rd, and Vernon Margam finishing 24th. And all right, well, that does it here for the all the results. But we'd like to congratulate David Robleski on his win here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. 81 laps, great race, and that was for Midnight Motorsports. Boy, I'm just like really out there tonight. Sorry about that, Roger. Any last minute comments tonight on the race, Roger?
Awesome race. I mean, the incident on lap 1, we covered that at some length when it happened. Without that, I think we see 81 laps of green flag racing, which is fantastic when you put, near 30 trucks out there on the track. These guys handle themselves great. After that first incident, we saw all the give and take that you need to have to be successful running green laps. And the guys made great pit stops. Robleski really was the truck to beat tonight, in my opinion, and the best truck won the race. So, a little twist at the end kind of jumbled up the finishing order. Other than that, man, this was a fabulous race. It was awesome to watch, and man, they got done quick.
Yeah, it sure did. They only had 1 caution, 7 different lead changes, and that's pretty awesome for 81 laps. But again, congratulations to David Robleski on his win, and thanks for tuning in here tonight for Midnight Motorsports. And you can continue following us every night here on MaxSpeedTV, and we will see you tomorrow night.